Greetings, my lovely pirates. I finally have decided to explain to you how Grandline works. This is an annoying feature because it requires you to be awake all the time, otherwise you're going to miss a lot of buffs, especially if you are in PvP season. Now, you shouldn't worry much about it if your season is not really a battle season or PvP, or if you are a weaker alliance. In general, alliance is a gang, by the way. So let me explain it to you from the start. So here you will see something called Grandline, and this is a major concern only for your leadership, not much for the members, but it requires every single member contribution if you guys are looking for more rewards and the buffs. If you click at open the chart, the map is going to look like this. It is confusing as fuck, and you don't really understand what the fuck is going on. So let's explain the structure of the island. Okay, so the island, all the islands basically, they have two sizes. The big one, this is the big size, and the small surrounding islands. Okay, and when you start, first thing, the map is going to look like this. It is going to look like this. As you can see, all the side maps, soul maps, are locked. You cannot see and you cannot find out what are those small maps, what they contain, which items they contain, or which buffs. So there is literally three things that could, like three basic things that people try to get from these islands. The first thing is a trade item. Hold on, let me show you a trade item. This is a golden trade item which people actually look for in order to improve their trading, and once you get this trade item, you can put it up into one of your boards, which then allows you to generate shitload of gold. Let's show you here an example. We do have here the following. Here, hold on. For example, us here. Let me. Okay, there should. Here. We have a golden item here. As you can see, the golden item is a very expensive item for trade that allows you to get shitload of gold on the season. You normally are looking for two, so you can put them in two boards in order to generate a lot of gold. That's what most people are looking for. Another thing that people are looking for is buffs. So what is buffs? You will see the following. Let's go back and I will explain to you what is buffs. Let's start from the beginning. This is the beginning. So this is our first map. Okay, so we started here. All of you, with no exception, are going to start here. All of the gangs are going to start here. And the first gang that actually finishes this island is going to get something called first takeover reward, which is 10 conches. It depends really on the season, and this is going to be the first reward takeover, which means no one else can take this reward if you guys manage to get to fill this bar. You see this bar down there? This bar is one of the islands that we are trying to take. For example, it has an XP bar, and you as members are going to do contribution. This contribution is completely easy, like very easy to do. You can just do the quest that is going to pop up here, and this happens on every single island that you take for the first time. So for example, if this is your first island, you are going to the first time on that island, you are going to have these quests. If you try to compete in another island, 3 more quests is going to show up, and all of them are going to contribute into the progress. Your first question to me might be, okay, let's say we have contributed all of our progress and stuff, but someone else was faster than us and have finished the progress. What is going to happen with our progress? You are going to get back all of your progress here as a maps, and this maps can only be controlled by an R4 or an R5. And this is fucking easy to miss. Because people sometimes use it, and it's a horrible mistake that can actually fuck up your progress a lot. So be careful, guys. I never ever click at this one, and I will come later about. I will actually talk later about this one and explain to you why. So far, you have an island. To take an island, all of your members has to do contribution. once they do contribution and your bar is filled, you are going to be able to take over this island. You can check here how many gangs are actually spending time or contribution on the following island. So for example, if we take this one and click here, we will see that war as much time spent, which means we have made at least 30% of the progress. That is called much time spent. Just started means their contribution is from 1% to 29%. After that, it becomes much time spent. And then there is reserve, which I'm going to talk about later. And there is almost finished. Almost finished means you are 80% or above. If you are 80% or above, this means that gang is going to almost take it. So what happens if the gang takes over the island while you are in that island? So I am in that island. Our gang is in this island. We are not going to take it faster than those guys who are almost done. Let's see. There's here almost finished here. So what will happen to us? You will be thrown randomly in one of the islands. Maybe those islands here, or maybe back here randomly elsewhere. And you don't want this to happen. To avoid this happening, you see this icon here? You can reserve an island just before you take over an island, which is very important. So for example, we are here, okay? Now we actually don't want this island, but we are here anyway. So what we are going to do is we try to find an island that we want. As I have explained, the island could give you, this one, the big islands, could give you a golden item which you could use for trade, or small islands could give you a buff that lasts for 30 days, or there are sometimes here a big major buffs. But the problem with that buff, it's going to only last for 7 days. So if you have a war, for example, and this war is going to be your next few days, then yeah, it is fine to take such buffs. But otherwise, people are actually looking for golden item island, or they are looking for small buff islands. These are only taken if you are competitive, but if you are not competitive and you just want to grow, then you can stick into the normal islands in order to get these conches, or try to find an island like this one to just get echoes, those 10 conches again, or try to find a golden item. Yeah, all of this, because it is actually first come, first served. So if you are faster than the rest, then you will actually be able to take over the island. If this is clear to you, let's talk about the mechanics. So now, in every single island, every single member you have will be able to do 3 development quests. And every single time you do 3 development quests, the bar is going to increase by 300. You see this progress? It's going to increase by 300 for each quest, and you can do 3 quests. So technically, if you have 100 members, this means you can do 100, like you can do 300 quests. So let's say 100, you multiply that by 900, then this means you can do a 90k if you have an active gang of 100 members. Not only that, every single time you finish a quest, you are going to get something called chart fragment. Each chart fragment adds 60 to the progress. So basically, every single member can donate 900 plus 180, which means every single member can donate up to 1080. If he donated, he can save up the maps later on if you are wishing to rush another map that is not this one. So let's again say, okay, Bird, what if we are making a progress in a map and someone just took over this map? Someone rushed. As you can see here, this is an example. Someone is about to take it. So what will happen? This one is almost finished. I'm not sure if you have another. Yeah, we have 3 more who's almost finished. So one of these guys will be almost finished. So what is going to happen? What's going to happen is, you see those maps inside these that says post development, all of your progress here is going to turn back into maps. And anybody who actually used the maps, there are going to be two options. The maps are going to refund it to you, or the maps are going to go back into your gang's bank. And this is your gang's bank, and please be fucking careful not to click at this and ruin it for everyone, because this bank is going to be used if you want to take islands on instant. If you want to take an island and on instant, you better save up this development. Now another question is, what is the fuck is this? Like 2,959, how much contribution is that if you decided to take over an island or something? You can do the math easily. 2,959, multiply that by 60, because each single map is 60 contribution. This is going to give you 170k, 177k, and you can have up to 8,000 maps saved for the instant boost of the development. That's it. That's the maximum capacity. So what people does usually is they go into island and they do their utmost best contribution, and they wait for someone else to finish the map, because once someone else finishes the map, you are going to be thrown into your reserve. If you have reserved, for example, we have reserved this one, you are going to be thrown into your reserve, or you are going to be thrown into random fucking map, which is again something you don't want, and you are going to get back your whole contribution. And guess what? Since this is going to be a new map for you, so if you started at this map or any map for the first time, you are again going to get contribution, like 3 quests that allows you to do extra contribution and etc. And this is how people actually are saving up those maps and banks. Your banks refills this way, which allows you again to just, if you want to take over an island which has this one strategic, for example, if you want artillery reduction, you can take over these on instant. Keep in mind something, that islands has different costs. If it's a big island like this one, it has a different cost. If it's a major item like this one, it has highest cost. If it has a golden item, then the contribution for this is going to be higher. At the same time, every single time you take over an island, there is going to be an increase. Like we have, for example, 7, and every single time we go into 8 and 9 and stuff, that the amount is going to be different based on how many maps you have. Now, final question will be the following. If you go take a look at the next maps, you will see a smoke in here. For example, this one, you have waiting time of 2 days. So if you want to see what is the fuck is going to be here, you can just switch your account and go into a server or a C. This C is older. Like let's go into this one. Let me see if I have done. This is a C in season 4 that has progressed further. Okay, I need to go to the season map to unlock it. Hold on. Yeah, here I can. Easy peasy. Okay, so you see, this is an old sea, which they are already in season 4 and they are done. You can just take a look, because every island is exactly the same. Every island is the same. This is the orange, and if we go back again, this is going to be the banana here, and we can see what type of island we want. If you want to plan ahead, you know, if you want to save up your contribution, your maps, just so you can take over the new islands as soon as they spawn, you can just directly do that. If you want to prepare for another golden item, if you want to see if there will be golden items in the future, see, you can. Here, there's a golden ore, golden conquest 5. If you can literally plan all of this ahead by simply going back into an older server and checking the Grandline. This is basically it, guys. If you like the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Goodbye.
Captain Copper rules the sea, feathers fluffed and fancy free. He's got a peg leg made of wood and steals your lunch like a pirate should. Squawk, squawk,